In the heart of 17th century Africa, a woman's name would echo through the ages, symbolizing resilience, leadership, and unyielding courage. This is the story of Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba, a fierce defender of her people against Portuguese colonization. Nzinga was born in 1583 in the powerful Ndongo Kingdom, present-day Angola. As the daughter of the king, she was destined for greatness. In a serene village scene, the newborn Nzinga is cradled by her mother, adorned in colorful traditional attire, while elders gather to celebrate. What qualities do you think were instilled in Nzinga from such a young age? From a young age, Nzinga displayed exceptional intellect and leadership skills. As a child, she practiced archery under the guidance of an elder, honing the abilities that would serve her well in the battles to come. How do you think her early training influenced her later decisions as a leader? Growing into a poised and intelligent young woman, Nzinga studied maps and scrolls in the palace library, preparing for the challenges that lay ahead. Her beauty and confidence were matched only by her determination to protect her kingdom. What challenges do you think she anticipated as she prepared for her future? As Nzinga came of age, the Portuguese began to expand their territories in Africa, seeking to control the region and its people. In a dramatic scene, their ships arrived off the coast of Angola, foreshadowing the impending conflict. How would you feel if your homeland was threatened by foreign invaders? Nzinga, now a young woman, embarked on her first diplomatic mission, dressed in formal attire. Surrounded by her advisors, she stood before a map of Angola, strategizing how to confront the Portuguese invaders. What qualities do you think are essential for a successful diplomat? In 1622, Nzinga was sent as an envoy to negotiate peace with the Portuguese. In a pivotal moment, she sat on a servant's back during the negotiations, refusing to be treated as inferior. The Portuguese governor looked on, shocked by her bold move. What does this act of defiance say about Nzinga's character and her view of equality? When her brother, the king, died, Nzinga took the throne. In a powerful coronation scene, she was crowned as queen, wearing a stunning crown and flowing gown, as her loyal subjects cheered in the palace courtyard. What responsibilities do you think weighed on her shoulders as she assumed the throne? As queen, Nzinga gathered her advisors around a table covered with maps and battle plans. The room was filled with artifacts and weapons, reflecting the seriousness of their discussions and the impending battles. How important do you think strategic planning is in times of conflict? Nzinga led her troops into combat, wielding a spear at the forefront of the battle. Her warriors, dressed in traditional attire, charged against the Portuguese forces, marking the beginning of a long and arduous struggle. What emotions do you think Nzinga felt as she led her people into battle for the first time? Nzinga and her warriors employed guerrilla tactics in the dense forests of Angola, ambushing Portuguese soldiers and blending into the lush greenery. Their strategic advantage allowed them to outmaneuver the invaders. How do you think unconventional tactics can change the outcome of a conflict? Nzinga met with leaders of neighboring tribes discussing alliances against the Portuguese. In a traditional meeting place adorned with tribal symbols, the leaders, dressed in their cultural attire, pledged their support to the queen. Why are alliances important in times of war, and what challenges might they face? After a battle, Nzinga sat alone in her tent, looking at a map with determination. The tent's tribal patterns and the quiet strength in her expression conveyed her resilience in the face of adversity. What do you think kept Nzinga motivated during difficult times? Nzinga's forces surrounded the city of Luanda, laying siege to the Portuguese stronghold. Smoke rose from the fortifications as warriors prepared for an assault, determined to drive out the invaders. What strategies do you think Nzinga employed during the siege? In her later years, Queen Nzinga shared her wisdom with young warriors around a fire at night. The warm glow illuminated their faces as they listened intently, learning from her experiences in battle and diplomacy. How important is it for leaders to pass on their knowledge to the next generation? In a poignant scene, Nzinga tended to wounded soldiers after a battle, her compassion evident as she wore a simple dress and moved among her loyal warriors. The aftermath of war was never easy, but her dedication to her people never wavered. What qualities do you think are essential for a leader in times of recovery? Nzinga successfully negotiated a temporary peace with the Portuguese, shaking hands with the governor in a celebratory scene. Both sides showed cautious optimism, but Nzinga knew the fight was far from over. What challenges do you think come with negotiating peace after a long conflict? In the kingdom of Matamba, a vibrant festival celebrated Nzinga's victories. People danced, music filled the air, and traditional foods were shared as colorful decorations adorned the festive scene. How do cultural celebrations help communities heal and unite after conflict? As the sun set over her kingdom, Nzinga looked out over the landscape, lost in thought. The sky ablaze with colors, she reflected on the weight of her leadership and the challenges that still lay ahead. What do you think were Nzinga's hopes for the future of her kingdom? In a modern setting, a powerful image depicts a statue or mural of Queen Nzinga, surrounded by young people learning about her legacy. The scene conveys inspiration and empowerment as her story continues to resonate across generations. How can historical figures like Nzinga inspire current and future leaders? A young girl, inspired by Nzinga's story, stands confidently in traditional attire, holding a shield and spear. The background blends historical and modern elements, symbolizing the continuity of her spirit and the ongoing fight for justice. What qualities do you think this young girl admires most about Queen Nzinga? A closing image features a quote or message about Queen Nzinga's legacy, set against traditional African patterns and symbols. Her story, a testament to resilience and courage, will forever be remembered as a shining example of the power of resistance. What lessons can we learn from Queen Nzinga's life that are relevant today? If you enjoyed learning about the incredible Queen Nzinga, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Follow us for more inspiring stories of history's unsung heroes. Until next time, keep fighting for justice, just like Queen Nzinga.